Well, I think it's time to replace all the interior lights. They're all a bit not working, as you can see, and well, it's hard to see how many revs you have at night while you're driving, as well as if your HVAC system, as well as a nice to have, which is the Footwell Lights, whatever they're called. They're not working on one side either. Well, it's time to replace the ones that aren't working and upgrade them all to LEDs while I'm at it. And this is how I had to film that, because it's too bright outside. So here are the bulbs I'll be using. This is a T10 bulb, which is going to go for the gauge cluster, so behind here. And this one here is a T5, which is for the HVAC system behind here, as well as the other bulb behind here. And these two identical ones are 28mm interior light bulbs, which go for the lights there and there. So those are the types of bulbs that I'll be using for this entire install, and from what I know, you only need a screwdriver to do all of this. So first things first is you have to remove the top part here, and underneath, if I can show you properly, there are 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, and this one here. It's not focusing. There we go. Yeah, so you have to loosen those ones. Be aware, the one from the shallow one, the one that you saw like sticking out at the bottom, it's a flat top one. It all looks like this. Compared to all the other ones, they look like that. So just note the difference. So the way this actually clips on, so as you can see, the panel itself clips on like these type of clips on either side, so like that and there and here like that, and it's got locating pegs. So you just make sure that when you pull it apart that these don't break. So the way I did it is I pulled it from the bottom like outwards. So next thing to do after that is there's a screw here on that side and screw here on this side. And now the next thing to do is to pull off this gauge cluster. So this is going to take a while because you want to be really careful with it. So you want to pull it towards you, don't pull it up, always pull it this way. So yeah, as you see, they've all snapped off, because I found out by the looks of it that the previous owner tried fixing it with glue, and well, the glue didn't hold, as you can tell. So pretending I didn't break that, you got a screw here on this side, another one on this side, and 2 at the bottom you have to take out, 1 on either side. So after you've done that, you see there's a connector here and a connector here, as well as a speedo wire down at the back there. You need to take those out. You can see where to press all 3 of them, they've got all tabs on it. It is very hard for me to film them because windshield and there's not enough space with the camera, but I'll try my best. Pull it out after you've unclipped all of that, and it should... Oh, I've got an extra wire connecting it. Hold on. So yeah, as you see, I got the entire gauge cluster out now, and I'm wearing gloves now, so don't damage any bulbs or anything. So I'm going to start with taking out... I'm only going to change the ones that are the green cover ones, which is this one, this one, this one, and this one down here, because these are the backlight ones. All the other ones here are the ones for like specific items on the thing, you know, ABS, which is this one here, which my car doesn't have, this one here, which is the full beams, indicators, can't remember what the rest are, but they're all here. So look, I've done this bulb already just to check if it's possible. Let me show you how to do it. So the way you do this is you get one like this one, which I'm also replacing. Separate the two, like that. Then you get your new bulb. Push this in like such, so, and then put that in and turn it like that.
Even when I've been screwed, dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
And also to do with all that, I'm also removing this screw here, which is the 180 km/h Japanese limiter. And now I will reinstall this, but first I'm going to connect all the wires along the back of it up and see, do the gauge lights actually work. Because they're LEDs, they only work in a specific orientation when you plug them in. So if they don't work on the back, you take the weird tab thing out, turn it 180 degrees around, and then put it back in upside down. And that should solve it if it doesn't turn on. Otherwise it will be a dead bulb in that case. I'm going to leave out the speedo wire for the moment, and I'll put that in afterwards just to solve any issues. So as you can see, I put it in the wrong position, and it looks like two of them are on the correct way and the other two aren't. You just quickly adjust that, and as you see, I've got it to work. So the best way I've seen to do it is plug the cable on this side, because that's the one for the illumination and everything. Plug that side in. You can leave everything else unplugged, and then just, you can tip what I did is I tipped the entire thing on the side like that, and just reached around, feel for the 4 bulbs, and if they weren't working, turn them around and see if the light changes. And it did, and that's how it looks now. I do think the reason why the speedometer is white is because this is a Japanese import. So someone's been in here and changed that, which is why the gauge hood must have been broken as well. And now I'll plug everything back in. So we've already got the one cable on this side. And finally, the last thing to do is put on the gauge hood. So mine, as you can tell, was a bit broken. So I'm going to just drop it on as I was interrupted by a plane. So push this properly in. Yours will click in if you still have the tabs. I'm going to just use this one until I can get a replacement. And then you use the screws. And the last part to put on is this gate, what would it be called? A steering wheel cover? No. Maybe, I don't know, the top thing for the steering wheel. And it's all complete and it's all finished up, and I don't think the top part's going to rust too badly. Yeah, like, I don't think those clips are really needed as long as you still have the screws for the front part. And what I'll do is I'm going to do all the other lights now. So next thing to do would be the HVAC lights, as well as this one light down here. And now take the center console out so I can get to the front part. We take this out, there's 5 screws, 1 here, 2 in here, 2 at the front, 1 in the middle, and take your shift knob off. And now take the whole thing up. So pick it up from the front. Put it out here first. There's also the socket thing for the window switches, which is just undone this side. Put the screwdriver in about halfway, or a bit more than halfway. Turn the eyeball like this, like so it's facing downwards, and then push down on the screwdriver while pulling with your thumb and everything, and then you'll just pop out like that. There are 4 screws on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so, with this, I pulled it out a bit and I've been able to push it slightly down. I can't do it with that side as much, but I can do it on this side. So I should be able to show you the bulbs I need to replace. There's one there. Can you see that with the 2 wires coming out the back? That's one. The other one is here as well. And yeah, the reason why I can't pull this out further is because you know how these are all mechanical wires. It means I'll have to detach them from the other end or on the unit itself to pull it out. And as you remember seeing in a video quite a while back, where this bottom one was snapped, so it's held on with a bit of tape still. And I don't want to like touch that because it's still doing its job at the moment. I will get around to fixing that eventually by remaking a mounting point. But for the moment, I think I'll just try working with it in the car like this. And yeah, this is the best time to check if they're working. So I plugged them in, but I'm not going to shove them in the thing yet. But I'm going to turn the light, and you see that's working now. Now I'm going to reinstall this. So first you would pull this back up and line up on the pegs and push this back in, making sure that still works. And so now after I put that in, it's probably screwed in, it's to put the faceplate of the radio back in, this piece, that one. Now let's put that back in. And so the last light we have to change in the center console is this one here. What you want to do now is take for the last bulb, turn this sideways and then pull it out like that, and we put a bulb in here like how we've done it now. And so what I'll do again is I'll turn the light. Maybe it's backwards. Oh, there we go. And you put the light back in the box thing, wherever it's called, the holder box, like that, and then twist it like that, and now it's locked in. So now we reinstall the rest of this. So you first turn it around, slide it on backwards like so, get the thing to stick out, connect all the wires up, and I did forget the shift knob, so just drop that in. So now I've only got to do the last 2 things, these 2 switches and lights with these 28mm interior bulbs. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this panel off here with the screwdriver, push it down basically, and it should pop off there, and then you can pull it out. So this panel here, which just came off, has a bit of a push tab at the top and the bottom, so when you're just behind it, just press at the top and the bottom and sort of wiggle it and it should just fall out. And I've got the gloves on again. So you get your screwdriver and then put it behind the bulb and break the bulb like I did. Then get your LED bulb. I got it to work, as you can see, but the light's only turning on when I hold the switch in between. And if I drop this on over it again, there we go. Now to reinstall this panel. So for this side, we're going to do it properly. We need to take the glove box out. So there's a screw I think on this side and one on the bottom on that side, and the whole thing should just fall out. And here's the bulb we're replacing. The good thing about taking the glove box off is that you can actually just push it from behind. You can persevere it out. Just got to bend this back a bit, out, the tab back a bit, like that, and then put your thing behind it, pull it down, and there we go. So now you get your LEDs and you push them in. You have to bend the tabs as well. There we go. And you see I put it in like that. Now to check if it works is to just do the switch. Yay, it's the right way. Put the cover back over. Just as simple as clicking it back in. The only problem I would say is how ununiform it is on the speedometer, with it being at 30 and 90, like glowing quite bright. But this green does have a charm, and all of this is working for the first time in forever. So I think that's it for this video, isn't it? I've done all the lights, split into 3 sections for all of you, so gauge, HVAC and the 2 side ones. So I think that's all I need to show. So if there's any other questions or any other things, leave a comment and I can help you with that. Otherwise, if you want to subscribe for more content, like the video, and I will catch you in the next video, which I don't know what it's going to be about next time.